All right. So you probably clicked on this video because you're in some type of emotional distress or, you're going through the motions and you're just like, fuck, man, I'm tired of trading. I'm tired of taking L's. And you're probably right now looking up a different strategy videos to try to make it work out. Or you're like at the point where like, God damn, I'm just done with it, you know? And, I get it. I've been there so many times, I've lost time and time again. I've blown so many accounts. I'm just thinking like, I'm struggling to make trading work out and I'm not profitable. I've been trying this for months, maybe years at a time. And for me, it was years, but you're just like, shit, like I'm wasting time. I'm wasting my human years, my human enjoyment on trading, staring at a candlestick all day, not being able to predict it properly. And, you know, I'm wasting a bunch of time here. But like, look, I've been there. I've literally have blown so many accounts to the point where I'm like, maybe trading isn't meant for me. Maybe it's just not going to work out. Maybe it's all fake. Maybe it's all a lie. And I've had all those negative emotions before, especially after a losing streak, okay? So, and it only comes with a losing streak, guys. So, look, I've probably changed my strategy more than you've bought eval accounts. At this point, I've tried everything. I've tried random, I've at one point I used an indicator that tells you when to buy and sell, and yes, it doesn't fucking work, right? So I've done it all. I've literally been through every single stage of emotional trading that there's been, right? But like for some reason, no matter how many breaks I would take from trading, no matter how many times I told myself I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I always came back to trading. Okay? I always came back. And maybe you do too. Maybe you're in this position too right now. You're going through the motions right now. You're just like, fuck, like every time I do this, I come back. Like, why did I come back again? Why did I come back again? Why did I come back again? But, you know, I'm gonna just tell you right now, like, what are you trading for? You have to identify that. What are you guys trading for? Are you guys just trying to make a quick buck online because you've seen some TikTok of a guy bottom ticking a candle and like he just made $20,000 off of a paper trade? Maybe a paper trade, or it could have been live. You don't know. You don't know that, right? And now you're just like, I want to make that quick buck. But let me tell you, trading is going to be the hardest easy money you'll ever make, right? It's so fucking hard, but it's so easy at the same time, right? It's a long grind, right? It's trading is not meant for you to make. It's not a get rich quick type of thing. There's no in life. There's no get rich quick, but trading is definitely not one of them. You might get a couple lucky trades when you start, and then your luck dries up, and then you're actually gonna have to know something. So if you think you suck, why don't you just quit already? Why don't you just tell yourself like, you should have told you like, why didn't you just quit the first time? You always tell yourself that thing. And a lot of people have came to the conclusion that trading is not going to work for them and they went off to other ventures, They started businesses and, it worked out for them. I've met tons of people that tried trading and then they've, given up on it and then went and done something that actually makes them fulfilled because that's what they actually like doing. But let me ask you this. Why don't you? Why don't you be one of those people that stop trading and just go into a different venture? I'll tell you why. It's because deep down you have a deep passion for trading. You see the potential in it. You enjoy doing it every day. When I'm having winning days, I fucking love trading because it's so easy. I have a passion for more than making money. I have a passion for looking at it. And it's just something about, analyzing and being correct here and there, like trying, looking at these charts. It's just an unexplainable feeling of enjoyment that you get from being able to work for a couple hours a day, making a correct analysis and being paid and then enjoying the rest of your day, right? So there's potential and that's why you're still stuck with trading and that's why you're still here, still thinking if you should quit or not. It's because you see the potential in trading and you see the potential it could do for yourself. So you shouldn't give up on that dream. If you feel like this is going to work out, you have to make it work out. And you have to ignore those, emotional triggers in your mind. You only feel like quitting because you haven't hit the home run yet. But once you hit the home run, you're just gonna like look back at it and be like, it was all worth it, guys. So look, this is you if you quit. I know you've all seen this meme or this, analogy. The guy that kept mining eventually got the fucking diamonds, but the guy that was right there and gave up, he didn't get the diamonds because he gave up, right? He was almost there. He was almost fucking there. And most of you guys are almost there. You just need to take this step that you guys are going through right now about quitting, because you are an emotional trader right now. So, this is you right now. If you guys quit right now, this would be you, because most of you guys are probably here and you have some type of experience with trading. You guys probably have enough experience to know that your strategy works. You know what risk management is. You know all the technical terms to trading, but it's your emotional state of mind. So I wanted to give you guys like sort of an analogy in my life that has helped me kind of overcome trading and overcome like seeing the losses and like this struggle that you guys are in right now as a path of a foundation for your trading in your future, right? So I remember when I used to skateboard when I was young, and I wasn't able to do kick flips, I wasn't able to do other tricks, but every day since I bought that skateboard when I was in middle school, every single day I would ride it, I would learn it, I would try to balance myself better every day. I was trying to aim to get better. No matter how many times I fell and ate shit, I would always get back on that board and try. And there was days where I was like, fuck, I will never be able to land an ollie. So why don't I just quit? But then it's just like you have the love for the board. You're like, man, I just see myself doing a kickflip one day, right? So like, I spent countless hours because like, you're a kid, you have nothing to do, you have no responsibilities or anything in middle school. So, after school, you just go ride at the park or, ride down your street and, I'm just trying, I'm watching videos after video after video. I'm literally watching every video, just like how you guys are watching every strategy on the market to find an entry trigger or, find a strategy that works. I was doing that with skateboarding. And, boom, one day I landed a fucking ollie. And that took me almost a year to achieve, right? Now, it took me a year to achieve an ollie, which some people probably did in months and maybe weeks. I don't know how your expertise of skating is, but I wasn't the best of skaters. But once it took me damn near a year, but taking me a year to do an ollie, do you know what happened next from there? Once I learned how to do an ollie, all the other tricks just snowballed in. Took me a couple of weeks to land a kickflip, and then other tricks like pop shoves. If you guys are familiar with the skating realm, pop shoves, tray flips, all that shit just came right in, And I was just like, wow, like I look back at all the times that, I used to skate, like trying to learn how to do just a simple ollie. I look back and appreciated that I took all those falls, I took all those losses, I fell off my board, So every failure to me was like a learning experience. I learned how to fall, I learned how to land, and I learned how to avoid the board hitting me or avoid some type of danger, right? So those same rules of skateboarding applying for me, like when I was a kid skateboarding, they now apply into my life. And maybe that's why I was meant to skateboard, because it taught me a valuable lesson about not giving up and trusting the process. And I played sports too in middle school and high school, so same thing applies. Like you get good as you go. So, when I became profitable, and I'll tie this back with the skateboard analogy, and I'll tie it back into trading terms. When I became profitable, every revenge trade, every stop loss that was filled, every full port that I full ported and blew the account on, every F-rated trade, like shitty setups I took, and every emotional trade I took became a valuable lesson to me and gave me a foundation, right? I look back at it and I'm going to relate it back into what I taught you about how to fall, land, and avoid. I look back at all those trading, all those trading things I did out of emotions, out of no strategy, out of breaking my rules. It taught me like how to avoid, why to avoid, setups that are not A plus, how to fall and take an L when I do have a losing day. I'm not trying to go back in and make my money, because that's the worst thing you can do. Like when you take a fall, which in trading terms is when you take a loss on a day, call it quits. Like get off the charts. Tomorrow we'll have another opportunity for you. The market never stops giving opportunities. Okay? You can take another setup another day. And it taking all those losses also showed me how to land good setups, because I would observe, like, through journaling. You have to journal. I would observe, like, okay, what setups am I taking? What time frames am I the best at trading? You know, what's A plus to me? What can I spot easily on the chart? And, you know, through all these trials and tribulations, you need them to become a profitable trader. Yes, it might take months. It might, you know, very rarely it'll take months. It takes years, you know, but it's worth it at the end. And I'm telling you from experience, it will become worth it. You just have to stick your head down for 1 to 3 years, and trust me, after that, it just snowballs. You're profitable. You're making so much money you can't even fucking believe. Oh my God, I just made $1, $2, $3,000 in one day just sitting on a chart for not even an hour. You took a 5-minute trade and you made that much money. You guys, it will snowball. All that money you're gonna make when you're profitable will compensate for all the time spent that you feel like was wasted when you were unprofitable and learning. Okay, so let me end it off with this. You don't want to quit, because you're still here through the end of this video. You know you don't want to quit because you stuck with this video. Okay, so think about it. During a winning period, do you want to quit? Like, do you when you win and you're like, okay, shit, I just made a good trade, I still don't feel like doing this. You know, there's things in life that you will win at and you don't feel like doing it anymore. Like, it could be a job, like you're doing the best at your sales job and you just don't want to be there anymore, you know? You still don't want to be there. You're just like, I gotta fucking do it, right? So if you sit through winning periods and you still want to do trading, that is even more of a confirmation that you wanted to do it even during your losses, and you're letting your mind corrupt you. Don't let your emotions drag you into failure, okay? If you're going through a losing streak or a bad loss, you need to identify, okay, I'm in a losing streak. I'm taking bad setups, right? What are you doing, right? You need to self-reflect. So if you have to identify why trades haven't played out the way you wanted them to, or if they're not playing out because of market conditions, you have to accept that, okay? That is part of the game. Losses are part of the game. No trader has a 100% win rate, and I will stress that every single time we get on a video. Every time you guys watch a video, I will stress that there is not any single strategy in this world that is a 100% win rate. So you have to get over that. You will take a loss in trading, and yes, it might hurt sometimes, but you have to be brave enough and you have to be emotionally intelligent enough to get off the chart and know that the market will provide you an opportunity the next day and the next day and the next day and the next month, the next year, and the rest of your life, as long as you want to do trading, okay? So what I recommend you do right now, you take a break from the charts, you step away for the rest of the session, give it a couple days. When I'm on a bad winning streak, when I'm on a bad losing streak, I step away from the charts, I close out, I lock myself out of my trading account so I don't revenge trade, and I take a couple days off. I will, you know, if it's a pretty bad streak, like I lost 2-3 days in a row, I will take the rest of the week, the rest of the trading week off, and, you know, you have Saturday, Sunday to just relax, and it'll reset your confidence. It'll reset your mind on trading. It'll bring you back to a level position in your mind. Okay. And it also allows you to identify, were you trading your rules? Were you following your plan, your risk management plan? If the answer is no, that it allows you to prepare for the next week that you go into trading. Like, okay, I know what I was doing wrong. Now I need to fix it this trading week. And I need to, like, no, I'm not going to do that part again. Okay. So it allows you to see if you are even following your trading rules. If you are following the plan at hand, it shows you that you are thinking short term during your losing streak. So when you're in your losing streak, most of you guys are just thinking in a short term fashion. Like, okay, I need to make money. Like, oh shit, I lost this trade, so I need to go make it back. I want to get break even on a day at least. That's short term thinking. You trying to get break even after losing a trade, break even on a day after losing a trade, is fucking short term thinking. If you're in the long term thinking, you know that this one losing day is not going to affect you for the rest of your trading career. So you have to get out the short term thinking, and you have to reflect during your break, like, okay, I need to get out the short-term thinking mindset, okay? Taking a break is the best thing to do. You preserve your confidence that is left in you, and you gain more, actually. And, you know, take a rest, go to the beach, go on a walk, you know, do something you enjoy, go out with your family. Don't delete TradingView if you need to. If you seriously can't hop off the charts for a couple days, delete the app, don't download it again. Okay. Every profitable trader I've met doesn't trade every day either. That's one thing that you guys need to know. Every profitable trader I have met doesn't trade every day because setups are not A plus every day. There's days where price action, like this week, is fucking super shit. So, we're in the month of May, second week of May, maybe first week, I don't know. I don't check the fucking dates. It's price action is bad, guys. Like, I'm not trading every day. I took one setup, right? And it was A plus. I'm only taking A plus setups. They don't present themselves every day, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But if I traded every day, I would end my balance lower than I would taking A plus setups the whole week, right? So the best thing you could do is not trade every day so you can preserve your confidence for once. And, you trade more conservatively because less is more in trading. One good trade a week is way better than 5 shitty setups that you take throughout the week because you'll lose and then you'll end up maybe just onto par with that one good trade or even less. If you're lucky, more. So stop trying to make it quantity over quality and make it quality over quantity because less is more in trading. You don't need to trade every day. Trading is slow but easy money. It's a grind, okay? Think about this. If you're in a battlefield, we have often in the army and the military, we have a machine gunner and we have a sniper. The sniper is patient. The machine gunner is just like firing away, right? The sniper waits for his target to be in a perfect position, in perfect confluence to kill him, right? The machine gunner is just spraying and spraying and spraying and hoping things hit. Most of you guys are acting like machine gunners. Stop acting like a machine gunner because you're going to miss so many shots that's going to blow your balance. You're going to run out of bullets. We're not in the game to lose bullets. We're in the game to shoot bullets and make them hit. Okay? That's it. Think of the battlefield analogy. If you're in the thought of like, okay, I need to get a trade every day. You don't. Snipers hit with precision. Machine gunners don't. Be a sniper. Okay? So take a break, get off the charts, take a couple days off, reevaluate yourself, reflect, hit the gym, cold shower, whatever you need to do that gets your mind running back on optimal efficiency again, and just like chill out. It's not the end of the world. You took a losing week. You'll make it back. Just follow your trading rules, follow your plan, follow your risk management, and I promise you guys you'll be profitable traders if you stop letting your emotions get in the way.